Hi, I'm Ben Arnold and I'm the 5th generation working at Arnold's. Welcome to Arnold's. So I've worked at Arnold's for nearly 10 years, so 9 years now, ever since I finished Year 12 at Albury High School. And I started just as a normal employee would. I picked orders, I worked in the shop, I did deliveries. I've worked my way up now, I do the buying for the business, dealing with agents and growers in the Melbourne market, Sydney market, Brisbane market, all over Australia.
I'm Louise Arnold, 4th generation family member of Arnold's. I started working here when Arnold's turned 100, a century of service. So I've been here 25 years after leaving university and studying drama and theatre. And I thought, well, what am I going to do now? How am I going to make some money? Well, why don't I bring some of this theatre and TV and drama that I've learned at uni into the business? So that's what I've done. I'm on local radio and I promote the business on television. I love what I do. It's ever changing. The industry changes every week, every month with the seasons. And I think working with your family is really, really important.
I'm Roger Arnold. I'm 4th generation in the business. I started in 1976 and I've been here for 40 years. My dad always used to say, the 1st generation starts it, the 2nd generation builds it, the 3rd generation stuffs it. He said, well, I didn't stuff it and I'll pass it on to you, it's your problem now. I think I didn't stuff it, so it's not my problem, it's Ben's.
I remember as a little child coming over to Arnold's with Dad in the school holidays, even after school, some afternoons, and probably getting in everyone's way, doing different things, riding my little scooter around the warehouse. So that's probably my first memories of Arnold's. There's 3 sections to our business you may not be aware of. Retail, our shop, wholesale where we are now, and online home deliveries. At wholesale, we deliver to all the pubs and clubs around Albury Wodonga, restaurants, schools, various different things. What you might not know is that Arnold's business started as a wholesale business.
So Arnold's began by my great-grandfather, Johann Gottfried Arnold, who with his family needed to find some work and started thinking about what will I do. He had an inheritance from his father who had passed away, and with that money he bought a horse and a cart, pumpkins, potatoes and onions, and he started selling to the households around central Albury. So that really was the basis of the business 125 years ago. And can you imagine what he would have thought? The business coming and looking like this all these years later with technology and cool rooms and cars, motor vehicles, and of course social media and computers. It's just hard to imagine.
The majority of the produce at Arnold's comes from Melbourne market. We run a truck to Melbourne 5 days a week, but we also have a lot of local growers around the region because it's a beautiful growing region, Albury Wodonga and surrounds. So for the last 40 years or so, we've been getting our mushrooms locally grown in Kaganya. There's a beautiful big mushroom farm out there, and he's grown with Arnold's. So he started off very small, just like Arnold's, and got bigger and bigger as our demand got more and more. So mushrooms is probably the biggest thing. We've got a lot of apples grown from Beechworth and also Stanley. Beautiful apple orchards up there that we've dealt with and have dealt with for years and years, generations as well, that my father and his father also dealt with. So that's really cool.
So the business was in Albury for 88 years in Olive Street. We had our shop front there, the Olive Street Market in the early 1900s, and then became Harry Arnold and Co., who was a cousin of the Arnolds. And then a really, really important milestone was when my father, Paul Arnold, moved the business to Wodonga.
It was late 79, we'd run out of space in Albury and we were looking for a place and we came across this building. We decided it was the right thing to do. Away we went. 1980 we moved over here, we set everything up and it was perfect.
That really has paved the way to where we are now, and this fantastic site that we have here in Osborne Street and Kendall Street has cemented us here on the border, and we honour our father Paul who made the move, and it was very, very gutsy.
I'm Maddie Arnold, 5th generation to work in the business. I asked Dad for a job when I was 10, and I would come after school and I got to learn all the different kinds of fruit and veg because I didn't know what anything was. So when I finished high school, I started in the retail and I worked there for 3 months, doing the same as what I did when I was really young. I got to learn the registers and doing the shelves and stock and everything else, and then my brother Ben was the manager in wholesale and he asked me to come over. I packed orders, I delivered orders, I was in the office answering the phones and taking orders, which has led me to today being the administration manager in the office, doing payroll and looking after the business. 14 years ago we started Arnold's online home delivery service, and we sort of went back to that horse and cart days where we were delivering to the households of Albury Wodonga and beyond. You can jump onto our website arnoldsonline.com.au, choose from all the beautiful fruit and veggies that you see here today, and we'll deliver it for you. So if you can't get to Arnold's, we can certainly get to you, and we deliver to over 70 towns and suburbs in this region. One of the things we added 2 years ago was the butcher at Arnold's, and that is beautiful fresh meat and seafood and frozen goods in store at Arnold. So now it's really a one-stop shop. It's hard to believe that our family business has operated from the 1800s, the 1900s, and now in the 2000s. It's just incredible, and to celebrate 125 years, I certainly believe we're the oldest family-owned business here in Albury Wodonga and one of the oldest in this country.